Hello everyone, welcome to another broadcast of LMC Varsity Sports. I am Rob Moretti. We're here at the softball field at Central School. The Mamaroneck Tigers getting set to face the New Rochelle Huguenots. Mamaroneck comes in, I believe they're 8-7. Actually, correct that, they're 9-7 coming in. They're coming off a couple of really strong wins the last couple of weeks against some really good teams. New Rochelle entering 1-10, so they're scuffling a bit this year, looking for a league win against a tough opponent. It'll be Jen Gottfried in the circle for the Tigers, and the first pitch is coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back. Jen Gottfried taking your warm-up pitches for the Tigers. We'll give you them in the field before the first pitch. Left to right, Allison Newman, Emily Taub, Patty Muratori. Third to first, Chelsea Rose, Emma Goldstein, Mia Steinberg, and Cortland Cannon. Kimmy Schiaparelli behind the plate. And the aforementioned Gottfried in the circle. Kimmy Schiaparelli, by the way, just recently became the all-time hits leader of the Mamaroneck softball program. It was a couple weeks ago, but we haven't seen her in a while. Just wanted to mention that. She's just a junior, too. She'll have an opportunity to put that record out of reach for a while. Hannah Miller steps up for New Rochelle. She's the leadoff hitter. Bright sunny day at Central School. And it looks like before we start, we have some spectators that'll have to move. It's like they're actually over that line out in left field. If you're over that line, you're in play. You got to stay behind in dead ball territory. That's clear. First pitch is a strike. Hannah Miller will be followed by Emma Gallagher and Rebecca Carlin. Swinging a foul tip. Gottfried quickly up 0-2. And even when the Tigers were struggling, when we saw them a couple of the early games in the season, Gottfried picks up strikeouts. Called strike three. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. So Emma Gallagher up now. Base is empty, 1 out. That one misses high, 1-0. Swing and a miss. A ball with some sinking action from Gottfried. Showing bunt, takes a ball. The count 2-1 on Gallagher. That one low, 3-1. Hitter's count for Gallagher. Fouled off, count goes full. It will be a payoff pitch from Jen Gottfried. Swing and a miss. So Gottfried working back from 3-1 on that count, picks up the strikeout. One looking, one swinging to start the game. And Rebecca Carlin, number 3 hitter, up for the Huguenots. Just missed, 1-0. Another one low and away. Count now 3-0 on Carlin. There's a called strike. Count 3-1. This one line caught. Nice play by Mia Steinberg to range over. 1-2-3 go the Huguenots. No score after 1/2 inning. Tigers coming up to bat next. As Claire Moloff finishes her warm-up pitches for New Rochelle. We'll get you the Huguenots in the field from left to right. Taylor Olson, Hannah Miller, and Sophie Neshy. Infield third to first, Stephanie Ryder, Ellie St. John, Emma Gallagher, and Alexis Galuzzo. Catching is Alyssa Semino. And Claire Moloff in the circle. Chelsea Rose in the right-hand batter's box for the Tigers. First pitch foul tipped. The count 0-1. Rose up there swinging. 2 foul tips, but she's down 0-2. This one on the ground toward third. Throw to first is in plenty of time. Good strong throw from Ryder. There's one out. And Stephanie Ryder, we did the game last year when New Rochelle was here. She was at shortstop, so well, she's a solid defender. Mia Steinberg, the number 2 hitter from Mamaroneck. Kimmy Schiaparelli is on deck. This one to rip towards right center field. It's a base hit. Cut off by Neshy. So a 1-out single for Steinberg. 1 on, 1 out for Kimmy Schiaparelli. The all-time Mamaroneck Tigers softball hits leader. This one on the ground towards short, bobbled, and everyone's safe. That one's gonna go east 6, as St. John did not field it cleanly. 2 on, 1 out for Gottfried. Called strike. This one chopped towards third, and Ryder touches third, gets the lead runner 2 away. So Gottfried reaches on the fielder's choice. Schiaparelli moves up to second, and it was Mia Steinberg who was forced out at third. So 2 on and 2 out for Jess Fiacco, designated player. Cuts and misses at the first pitch. She's hitting for Cortland Cannon. High school, you can DH for any player on the field, or in high school it's called designated, in the softball, excuse me, it's called designated player. This one on the ground towards short. St. John flips, and that's the inning. Tigers had a couple runners on, can't muster a run. We're scoreless after 1 on LMC-TV. Cleanup hitter Stephanie Ryder leads off for the Huguenots. Top of the 2nd inning. First pitch is a strike from Gottfried. Fastball popped up on the infield. Goldstein calling and catching for the first out. Left fielder Taylor Olson up to hit now for New Rochelle. First pitch strike. On the ground, Gottfried had a piece of it. Goldstein throws to first in time for the out.
Thank you. That's why we hustle down here. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry, she was called safe. Call that an infield single.
Come on, Wands, what do you say?
One up high, ball one. Alexis Galuzzo, the hitter for New Rochelle. Man, that was a close play at first. Probably would have been out if Gottfried hadn't slowed it down just a bit. 2-0 on Galuzzo. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner for a strike. This one smashed to left field, and it gets by. Olson on her way to third. She's being waved home. And she scores. RBI double for Alexis Galuzzo. Olson scores all the way from first, and it is 1-0 Huguenots.
Hey, Galuzzo, we got one out. We got nobody here.
That brings up the right fielder, Sophie Neshi.
Come on, Soap. Come on, Soap.
Bunt is successful.
Great job, Soap. All right, boy. Hey.
Scored a sac 5-3 for Neshi. Galuzzo moves up to third with 2 outs, and the 8-hitter Ellie St. John comes up. First pitch strike. With the runner on third and 2 out, really Kimmy Schiaparelli has to be ready to block anything. Don't let the ball get by. Gottfried usually around the plate. That one just misses 1-1. Chopping at it, that is a bunt attempt, so it's 1-2.
All right, got to swing now, Ford. Got to swing.
One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Gottfried, swung on and missed. Third strikeout for Gottfried. 1 run comes in for Neuro on 2 hits, 1 left on base. They lead 1-0 after an inning and a half. Allison Newman leads off, and after the first pitch, we're going to make a scoring correction. On the ground, that was a hot shot through short. Newman is on. I'm scoring that a hit. That was a bullet. When Taylor Olson reached first last inning, there was actually, I thought it was a close play at first. The first baseman, Cannon, actually dropped the ball, so it's an E3, and the run charge to Gottfried is unearned because she did come around to score the run. So I don't know why you would use our broadcast as a statistical source, but in case you do. A quick conference between the coaches there. Not sure what it was about. Emma Goldstein is the hitter. 1 on, nobody out, swing and a miss. This is a different offensive approach than we saw the Tigers take early in the season. They are swinging the bat early and often, trying to get those get-me-over pitches and doing something with them. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. So Moloff ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chopped right back to Moloff. She'll go to second for 1 with no return throw. So Goldstein reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 on, 1 out for Patty Muratori. Swinging a foul tip. That one just missed, 1-1. This one ripped towards short. Throw to first is in time from St. John. So Goldstein moves up to second with 2 outs. And the 9-hitter Emily Taub. Taub hits one up the middle. It's a base hit. Goldstein being held up. Taub dancing. And everyone's going to stay at first and third. Taub was trying to bait New Rochelle into getting in a rundown. See if they get Goldstein home on the play. Instead, first and third, 2 out. And the leadoff hitter, Chelsea Rose, up to the plate. Up the middle, base hit. Goldstein scores. We're tied up at 1. RBI single for Chelsea Rose. Taub also moves up to second on the play. 2 on, 2 out. Mia Steinberg had a single her first time up last inning. And look out, that one came towards us. Just a foul ball. Count 0-1 on Steinberg. This one smashed towards short. St. John's throw to first is in time for out number 3. But the Tigers pick up a run on 3 hits. They tie it up at 1 after 2 full. 9-1-2 due up for Neuro. It's Alyssa Semino, the catcher, taking ball 1 from Gottfried. Both teams putting up a run in the second. There's a strike. That one high and away from Gottfried, 2-1. Just missed inside, 3-1 on Semino. And what was that saying? There should be a strike coming from Gottfried. You A, don't want to walk the leadoff batter, and B, don't want to walk the number 9 hitter. And that one is called a strike. The count full on Semino. Swing and a miss, foul, actually a foul tip, but held onto by Schiaparelli for strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout for Gottfried. Leadoff batter, Hannah Miller, steps up. Swing and a miss. Miller struck out looking on 3 pitches to lead off the game. That one is wide. Count evens 1-1. Popped up. This one's going to go behind us and out of play. And our cameraman, Steven Suero, retrieves the softball. Pulling double duty. Count 1-2 on Miller. In the dirt. Count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Miller. This one hit into the infield. Man, that ball had eyes, a base hit. Right in between the second base and shortstop hole. So 1-on-1 out. Emma Gallagher steps up. Swing and a miss. Big cut from Gallagher there. Count 0-1. Gallagher shows bunt, takes a strike, and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1-on-1 out. Game tied up at 1 here at Central School. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 5 Ks for Gottfried. The designated player, Rebecca Carlin, number 3 hitter, hit a screamer at second base that Mia Steinberg was able to nab. She takes a first pitch strike from Gottfried.
Hey, Leo, what do you say? What do you say? Back.
Change up misses high, 1-1.
Back. Good eye, kid. Come on, bro, back up.
This one chopped on the ground towards short. Throw to first is not in time, and tough play for Goldstein. Kind of falling down just to catch the ball. Actually a good job to make that even close, but infield single for Carlin. That moves Miller up to second, 2 on, 2 out, and Stephanie Ryder steps up. Ryder hit a sky-high pop-up to lead off the second. That was at Goldstein at short. Off-speed pitch misses, 1-0. This one ripped towards left center. It gets through. Miller will score. Still retrieving it. Coming around is Carlin. She scores a 2 RBI double for Stephanie Ryder. And it's 3-1 Huguenots. So here's Taylor Olson. First pitch strike from Gottfried. This One in the air towards us. And another save by the clipboard. Everyone telling me I could have caught that. I didn't want to break a finger. 0-2 count on Olson. This one fouled off again.
Drive it now. Go, Taylor, drive it.
All right, T. Hang back. Hang back. Taylor, let's go. Do your thing.
Count remains 0-2 on Olson. On the ground towards second. High hop handled easily by Steinberg for out number 3. 2 runs score on 3 hits and 1 left on base. It's 3-1 Huguenots after 2.5. Kimmy Schiaparelli up to the plate. She will lead off in the 3rd. Tigers trailing now 3-1. Teams are trading runs back and forth. The first pitch to Schiaparelli is low. This one on the ground towards 3rd. Ryder fields, throw to first is good enough. Good job by Galazzo to corral the loose throw and touch the bag. So the base is empty for Jen Gottfried. That one high, ball 1. Gottfried hits this one high in the air towards center, and it's put away by Miller for the 2nd out. Now Moloff, not an overbearing pitcher, but trusting the defense, letting the Tigers hit the ball, and so far it's had a positive result. Jess Fiacco up to the plate, chops one foul. A 1 pitch. On the ground towards short. And the throw to first is in plenty of time. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. They still trail the Huguenots 3-1 after 3 played. Top half of the 4th, Alexis Galuzzo is in the box for New Rochelle. She takes a first pitch ball from Jen Gottfried. Gottfried's gonna have to shut it down from here on out. Give the Tigers a chance to rally. Fastball in for a strike. Count 1-1. That one fouled off out of play. Count 1-2 on Galuzzo. Gottfried ready, the pitch is low. Count evens at 2-2. This one hit in the air over short, into center, sliding catch. Made by Emily Taub. Nice catch there by Taub. Keep the leadoff batter off the base paths.
I drive, so.
Here is Sophie Neshi. She takes a strike. The number 7 hitter in the Huguenots lineup. That one high, 1-1.
Relax, good swing.
Swing and a miss. Could not catch up with that heat. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Neshi. This one hit towards second. And an easy flip for Steinberg. 2 away. Ellie St. John up to the plate with the bases empty, 2 out. Quick bunt. Throw to first. Safe. Hustle bunt single from Ellie St. John. Godfrey did all she could, but could not get the ball there in time. St. John just too quick. Now the 9-hitter Semino with a runner on and 2 out. Takes the first pitch strike. This one on the ground towards second. Another easy play for Steinberg and the inning's over. No runs, 1 hit. Score remains 3-1, heading to the bottom of the 4th on LMC-TV. Allison Newman leading off against Moloff. The first pitch, a strike. Newman singled her first time up, then was forced out on a fielder's choice at second. This one chopped foul. Count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Newman. Pitch. Just got a piece to stay alive. It'll be another 0-2 from Moloff. Hit towards first and caught on the fly by Galuzzo, 1 away. Brings up Emma Goldstein. Scored the game's, well, the Tigers' only run back in the second. She was knocked in on a hit by Chelsea Rose. Count 0-1 now on Goldstein. This one on the fly. Yep, right back to Moloff, 2 away. So 2 quick outs, and here's Patty Muratori. Ground out to short in her first at bat. First pitch, strike. That one in for another strike. Can Moloff knock your first strikeout? It's 0-2 on Muratori. Tigers 8-hitter. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball dropped. The throw down to first is in plenty of time. Score that at strikeout 2-3. Tigers go down 1-2-3. After 4 full, 3-1, the Huguenots lead over the Tigers. First pitch is a strike to Hannah Miller. Tigers have just 9 outs at the plate to work with to try to come back. Trailing by 2. Certainly attainable. You got free to continue to shut it down. You don't want that gap to get any larger. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count 1-2 on Miller. Miller's 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single, and scored a run back in the third. This one's hit well to center. Taub going back. This is way over her head. This one goes to the wall. Miller on her way to second. Miller rounds and goes to third. Miller will be held up at third. Thought about going home. A leadoff triple in the 5th for Hannah Miller. puts a runner on third with nobody out. And I know in Major League Baseball they did the math on how often that runner on third with no out scores, and scores a lot. Something around 93% of the time that run will get in.
Next inning, we'll give it to you.
First pitch was a strike. Count 0-1 on Gallagher. We've seen Gottfried work out of these before without letting the run in. That's because of her ability to pick up the strikeout. Bunt play. Runner coming home is safe. Little suicide squeeze action from Gallagher to pick up the RBI bunt single. The Tigers infield wants to talk things over. It's 4-1 Huguenots now. Rebecca Carlin. One on, nobody out, and a run in. The Huguenots three-hitter who was 1 for 2. With a run scored, first pitch strike. This one ripped up the middle and bobbled it short. Everyone's safe. Tough scoring decision. I'm going single because Goldstein had a range to her left. Difficult play. And now Coach Rogers wants to talk things over. So we'll take a break for this meeting in the circle. We'll come right back. So after the meeting, Stephanie Ryder takes a first pitch ball, and it gets away from Schiaparelli. Runners move up.
Great job. Hey, no force. No force, no out.
That one in the dirt, I'm going to go wild pitch. So the wheels coming off a bit for the Tigers here in the top of the 5th. Big RBI opportunity for Ryder here. Already has 2 on a double. And this one's hit well to left. Newman makes the catch. Runner tags and comes home, and she will score. Safe at second is Carlin as they check back. Sack fly. Give Ryder the RBI, and it's 5-1 Huguenots. Scoreboard still has 4, but that run scored. Now it says 5. If you've been paying attention to high school sports, don't always trust the scoreboard. First pitch to Taylor Olson is a strike. Runner on second, 1 out, and 2 runs already in for the Huguenots. Swing and a miss. The count 0-2.
Good cut. Great cut. Let's go. Hang back and drive it now, T. Hang back and drive it.
0-2 pitch.
Good eye. Back, back, back.
I'm going to throw down to, actually just right back to Gottfried, but deke the runner out. It's really to make the runner break for third and see if you can catch her off the base. Count 1-2. And Olson goes down looking.
That's outside now. Come on. Come on. Way outside.
Strikeout number 6 for Jen Gottfried.
All right, ones, what do you say, kids? Come on.
Runner on second, 2 out for Alexis Galuzzo. First pitch is a strike.
Come on, Lex. Step and drive, kid.
Some action in the Huguenots bullpen. Stein throwing some warm-up tosses. Count 0-2 on Galuzzo.
Let's go.
Gottfried trying to avoid further trouble. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chop towards third. Rosefield's on a hop. Throw to first is in time, inning over. But the Huguenots get 2 more. They extend their lead to 5-1. Tigers trying to answer when we come back. It's a 9-hitter, Emily Taub. To the plate, she takes a ball, and I've got to ask, because Taub came up right-handed her first time up. Now she's up left-handed. I think when the base is empty, she tries to slash and dash, and you're a step closer from the left-handed batter's box. It's exactly what she does. It's chopped to third, but it throws in plenty of time, 1 out. Interesting situational switch hitting from Taub. You don't normally see that. I remember early in Mariano Rivera's career, some batters would come up right-handed against him who were switch hitters to neutralize the cutter. First pitch is a ball to Chelsea Rose. I think Bernie Williams used to bat right-handed against Tim Wakefield's knuckleball too. This one ripped towards short. St. John's throw to first. Safe. Infield single from Chelsea Rose. Tigers have a runner on with 1 out. Here's Mia Steinberg. Made all the plays at second today. First pitch is a ball. Tigers need some runs. That one high, 2-0. This one fouled off, 2-1. Pitch from Moloff coming up to Steinberg. 2 balls, 1 strike. This one hit well towards right. Caught by Neshi, 2 away. So 1 on, 2 out. Kimmy Schiaparelli up. Schiaparelli's had a couple of home runs this past week. Tigers could use one right here to draw 2 runs closer. Popped up behind first, it falls foul. Count 0-1 on Schiaparelli. 1-1. 1-1 coming up to Kimmy Schiaparelli. This one's hit well to center, and it is going to go to the wall. Rose rounding third. She's being sent home. She'll score. Schiaparelli on her way to third, and she's there with an RBI triple. So the score now 5-2. Runner in scoring position at third base with 2 outs for Jen Gottfried. Ball 1. All of a sudden, all the pressure now on Moloff and Semino, the catcher, to try to make sure the ball doesn't get away. Give Schiaparelli a chance to score. This one's hit well to center and caught. Miller, good job to stay with it and end the threat. Tigers get a run on 2 hits. They now trail 5-2 after 5 innings. I want to report a defensive switch for Mamaroneck. Newman, who started in left, is in right. Muratori, who started the game in right, is now in left. It has been for the couple innings, but shows how much attention we're paying here. First pitch was a ball to Sophie Neshi. This one fouled off Neshi. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Gottfried needs to shut it down. That one a strike. Gave up 2 last inning. Tigers got 1 back. They count 1-2 on the 7-hitter. On the ground towards short. Go to first in plenty of time. Easy play for Goldstein. And there's 1 away. We'll bring up the 8-hitter, Ellie St. John. She had a bunt single with 2 outs her first time up. Sorry, her last time up. Her first time up, she struck out. Chops at it. It gets past Gottfried, and no one's going to be able to make a play. Kind of a change of pace bunt. Instead of deadening it, she chopped it past Gottfried. And everyone charging, there was no one there to field it in time. So a runner on with 1 out. Here's the 9-hitter Semino. She shows bunts it foul.
Hey, relax. Square up.
By the sounds of the words of encouragement from the coach, she is bunting all the way here. Shows bunt again. This one gets down. And bobble, throw to first is in time. Runner going for third is in there. Great running by Ellie St. John. Sack bunt from Semino, successful. And that puts St. John at third with 2 outs for Hannah Miller. Count 1-0. Miller's 2 for 3, single and a triple her last time up. Swing and a miss there. Count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Uppercut swing. Count 1-2. Gottfried a strike away from working out of further trouble. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. 7th strikeout for Gottfried ends the top of the 6th. Tigers come back to the plate, trailing 5-2 when we get back. Fiacco takes the first pitch strike. This one popped up. St. John calling it short. 1 away. Tigers need base runners. They got 5 more outs to work with, trailing by 3 runs. Here's Allison Newman. Another Tiger right fielder. Number 6 spot in the lineup. Swing and a miss. That one just missed. 1-1. That one up high, 2-1. You probably see the Tigers take a more patient approach and try to get some runners on. Trailing late. Newman shows bunt, pulls it back, and fouls a pitch off. And the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Moloff is hit on the ground towards short. St. John fields cleanly, throw to first. In time with a nice stretch by Galuzzo, 2 away.
Nice play. Good job, guys. Make a play.
So the 7-hitter, Emma Goldstein, who is 0 for 2, scored the Tigers' first run back in the 2nd inning. This one's hit on the ground. St. John throw to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Moloff and the Huguenots. 5-2 after 6 full. 7th inning coming up on LMC-TV.
How are they 1-10?
Be Emma Gallagher to lead off here in the 7th. Shows bunt and doesn't pull it away in time. Count 0-1. This one fouled off. Good cut from Gallagher, 0-2. Gallagher 1 for 3, couple strikeouts, and an RBI single her last time up. She's also scored a run. Down in the count here, 0-2 against Gottfried. Just missed. See Schiaparelli holding that pitch there, trying to get the call, but called low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's good for strike 3.
Right back left.
So Rebecca Carlin will take her turn with bases empty and 1 out. She's 2 for 3 and a run scored. And a nice strike. Cheese at the knees, they call it. Slider, I think, missed. Count 1-1. That one misses, 2-1. But even the pitches that aren't strikes aren't missing by much. Gottfried, a good combination of control and power inside the circle. Count 2-1. Fouled off, 2-2.
Can't look at it now. Gotta hit it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Pitch. Fouled off. We'll do it again.
So turn on that ball. Let's go.
Now Schiaparelli wants to talk something over with Gottfried and make sure on the same page for this 2-2 pitch. But Gottfried's trying to use some dirt to get a grip on the ball. Maybe going with a breaking pitch here, wanting to get a grip, or maybe deking out, who knows? We're about to find out. Count 2-2 on Carlin. Pitch. Fastball hit to short with a bobble throw to first, not in time. That's got to be an E6 on Goldstein. Without the bobble, probably should have been able to throw out Carlin. So 1 on, 1 out. And Stephanie Ryder to the plate. 3 RBIs today for Ryder. Big double and a sac fly. This one popped up on the infield. And at second, it's Steinberg to put it away, 2 out. So here's Taylor Olson. Last chance for the Huguenots to extend their lead.
All right,
Well, 3 runs with an inning to go. I think most teams will take that. First pitch is a ball. Olsen 0 for 3, reached on an error in the second and scored a run. This one chopped right back to Gottfried. Easy flip across to Cannon, and the inning's over. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Tigers, can they rally? They got 3 outs. We'll find out next. Bottom of the 7th is coming up. Patty Muratori leads off here in the bottom of the 7th. Tigers trail by 3, and they need base runners in the worst way. She hits one to right, and it's caught. Neshi comes over to put out Muratori, and there's 1 quick out on 1 pitch. Not a bad attempt from Muratori trying to drop one in down the line, but hung up in the air just a little bit too long. And here is the 9-hitter Emily Taub, who is batting right-handed this time. And she takes a first pitch ball. Now, I'm not sure what the rule is in high school softball. Like every league has a different rule on whether she can switch sides or not. 1-0 pitch hit on the ground towards second. And down goes Taub. 2 away. Tigers down to their last out. It's Chelsea Rose. We get some quick words from her coach. That's going to be strategy or I believe in you. I'm not sure what exactly the conference is. Could be telling her to bunt and run like her hair's on fire. Who knows? We're about to find out. Rose hits it in the air behind second, falling, and it's a hit. Ball gets away from Neshi. Miller slips, and that allows Rose to go down to second. So still hope for the Tigers. What they really need is they need Steinberg to get on base and get Kimmy Schiaparelli up as a tying run is their only hope. And there are 2 outs, so that really is the only way they can do it. They need Steinberg to get on base. She hits one to center, actually to right. Neshi makes the catch, and the game is over. The Tigers drop this one to New Rochelle, 5-2. They fall to 9-8. New Rochelle improves to 2-10. They've had a tough time with this league. They'll line up and shake hands. Stay tuned for the postgame show. It's coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports.
This is the quickest game ever.
Back in the postgame with Tigers coach Allison Rogers. Coach, obviously a tough loss today, but the team's been playing well the last couple of weeks. What can you say about the effort you saw today?
The effort from my team, it's 2 weeks of playing games almost every day. We gave Jen off yesterday for the first time. And, you know, I think everyone is just physically, mentally a little tired. But kudos to New Rochelle. They came out looking to hit, and that's what they did.
And what can you say about how the way this team's been able to turn around the season? A couple of tough losses early, but then the last couple of weeks you beat Ketchum, which was a really tough opponent. You beat Ursuline twice, a really good league record. What can you say about how well the season's gone from that perspective?
I think that it has been quite the turnaround, and confidence builder, totally beating teams like Ketchum that are good, solid teams. And we just have to understand our potential and beyond that, and how well we can play and how well we do play when we all play hard together.
Playoffs coming up in a couple weeks. What are your hopes for what this team can accomplish?
I'm hoping that we come out strong. I'm hoping that we work hard in practice and fix the things that we need to fix with our hitting and with our fielding, and defense wins games, and hopefully we can come out and play really good defense and show some teams what we're made of.
Back one more time to wrap up a 5-2 loss by the Mamaroneck Tigers to the New Rochelle Huguenots. New Rochelle just putting those hits together when they needed them, able to score all the runs. Tigers falling a bit short. They're falling to 9-8 now, but still a very good run they've had through the league this year. 2 wins against Ursuline, a team that often gives them trouble. Looking still like a really solid team as they head closer to the playoffs, which start in just a couple weeks. The executive director of lmc-tv is Eric Lewis. The associate director, Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is me, Rob Moretti. Camera crew today, Kevin Duarte, Josh Policano, and Steven Suero. And one more time, thanks for watching all weekend long on LMC Varsity Sports.